Throughout history, humankind has been captivated by tales of lost civilizations. These stories, passed down through generations, speak of once great empires that vanished beneath the waves, or were swallowed by the sands of time. They tantalize us with glimpses of advanced knowledge and forgotten wisdom. Two of the most enduring legends are those of Atlantis and Lemuria. These mythical civilizations, shrouded in mystery, continue to fascinate and inspire. They challenge our understanding of the past and offer intriguing possibilities about the true history of humanity. These legends, often dismissed as mere myths, may hold grains of truth. Could there have been advanced cultures in our distant past? Cultures more sophisticated than we currently believe possible. The possibility is both intriguing and unsettling. It forces us to confront the limitations of our current understanding of history and the potential for lost knowledge to reshape our view of the world. The allure of lost civilizations lies not only in their grandeur, but also in their demise. What led to their downfall? Was it natural disaster, internal strife, or perhaps something more enigmatic? The answers to these questions, if we can uncover them, may hold valuable lessons for our own civilization. By exploring these legends, we embark on a journey of discovery, delving into the depths of our collective past and seeking to unravel the mysteries that lie hidden within. The story of Atlantis is perhaps the most famous of all lost civilization tales. It has captured the imagination of countless generations, inspiring a myriad of books, movies, and even scientific expeditions. The allure of a once great civilization, now lost to the depths of the ocean, continues to fascinate and mystify. It comes to us primarily from the writings of the Greek philosopher Plato. His dialogues, Timaeus and Critias, are the primary sources that describe this enigmatic land. Through these texts, Plato has woven a narrative that blends myth, history, and philosophy. Plato described Atlantis as an island nation, located beyond the Pillars of Hercules, believed to be the Strait of Gibraltar. This location, at the edge of the known world, added to the mystique and allure of Atlantis, making it a tantalizing subject for explorers and historians alike. According to his account, the Atlanteans possessed advanced technology and a sophisticated social structure. They were said to have harnessed the power of the earth and sea, creating innovations that were far ahead of their time. They were a powerful maritime empire, their influence stretching across the known world. Their ships sailed far and wide, establishing trade routes and colonies, and their navy was unmatched in strength and prowess. Atlantis was said to be a land of abundance, with rich natural resources and breathtaking beauty. Fertile plains, lush forests, and abundant minerals made it a paradise on Earth, a place where prosperity seemed endless. Its people were skilled in architecture, engineering, and the arts. They built grand structures, intricate canals, and stunning works of art that reflected their advanced knowledge and aesthetic sensibilities. Their capital city was a marvel of urban planning, with concentric rings of land and waterways. This design not only showcased their engineering prowess, but also facilitated trade and defense, making the city both beautiful and functional. At the heart of the city lay a magnificent temple dedicated to Poseidon, the god of the sea. This temple was a symbol of their reverence for the gods and their connection to the ocean, which was central to their way of life. Plato described the Atlanteans as wise and just rulers, at least initially. Their leaders were said to govern with fairness and wisdom, ensuring peace and prosperity for their people. However, their prosperity eventually led to their downfall. As their wealth and power grew, so did their arrogance and sense of invincibility. Over time, the Atlanteans became consumed by greed and ambition. They began to covet more land and resources, leading them down a path of moral decay and corruption. They sought to expand their empire through conquest, waging war against their neighbors. Their once noble intentions were replaced by a ruthless desire for domination. This lust for power corrupted their society, and they turned away from the virtues that had once made them great. The values of justice, wisdom, and harmony were overshadowed by greed and tyranny. The gods, angered by their hubris, unleashed a cataclysmic punishment. The divine retribution was swift and merciless, a stark reminder of the consequences of overreaching ambition. Earthquakes, volcanic eruptions and floods ravaged Atlantis, sinking the once great island beneath the waves in a single day and night. The mighty civilization was reduced to a mere legend, swallowed by the sea. Plato's account of Atlantis, whether historical fact or allegorical tale, has resonated throughout the centuries. It has sparked endless debates among scholars, historians, and enthusiasts, each trying to unravel the mystery of this lost world. It serves as a cautionary reminder of the dangers of unchecked ambition and the fleeting nature of power. The story of Atlantis is not just about a lost civilization, but a timeless lesson on the perils of hubris and the importance of maintaining moral integrity. The story continues to inspire debate and speculation, with many searching for evidence of Atlantis' existence in the real world. Whether it is a true historical account or a powerful allegory, the tale of Atlantis endures, captivating the human imagination and reminding us of the delicate balance between greatness and downfall. While Atlantis is often portrayed as a technologically advanced but morally flawed civilization, it is not the only mythical land that has captured the imagination of people throughout history. Lemuria, another legendary continent, is typically depicted as a more spiritual and harmonious society, a stark contrast to the often tumultuous and morally ambiguous tales of Atlantis. Often referred to as Mu in esoteric literature, Lemuria is believed to have existed in the vast expanse of the Pacific Ocean, stretching from present-day Australia to Easter Island. This hypothetical landmass has intrigued scholars, mystics, and explorers alike. Unlike Atlantis, whose story is primarily rooted in philosophical writings by Plato, Lemuria's origins lie in a fascinating blend of geology, mythology, and esoteric traditions. The concept of Lemuria first emerged in the 19th century when scientists speculated about a lost land to explain the distribution of certain species across continents. Lemuria is often described as a paradise lost, a land of peace and enlightenment. It is said to have been a place where the natural world and human society existed in perfect balance, a utopia that many dream of even today. Its inhabitants are said to have possessed a deep connection to nature and spiritual wisdom. They were believed to be highly evolved beings, living in harmony with themselves, each other, and the earth, embodying principles of love, compassion, and unity. These Lemurians were not just advanced in their spiritual practices, but also in their societal structures. They created communities that thrived on cooperation and mutual respect, setting an example of what a truly harmonious society could look like. Lemurian society was based on cooperation, compassion, and a profound respect for all life. Their way of living was a testament to the idea that humanity could achieve greatness, not through conquest and technology, but through understanding and harmony. According to Lemurian lore, the continent was eventually destroyed by a combination of natural disasters and the gradual sinking of the landmass. This tragic end, however, was not as sudden or catastrophic as the fall of Atlantis. However, unlike the cataclysmic demise of Atlantis, Lemuria's end is often portrayed as a more gradual process, allowing its inhabitants time to migrate to other parts of the world. This migration is believed to have spread their advanced knowledge and spiritual wisdom far and wide. It is believed that the Lemurians carried their advanced knowledge and spiritual wisdom with them, influencing the development of later civilizations. Their legacy can be seen in various ancient cultures that emphasize harmony with nature and spiritual growth. The legend of Lemuria, while less well known than that of Atlantis, holds a powerful appeal for those seeking a more spiritual understanding of humanity's past. It offers a vision of a world where humans lived in harmony with the earth and each other. It speaks to a time when humans lived in harmony with nature and possessed a deep connection to the divine. This connection is something that many people today yearn to rediscover in their own lives. The search for Lemuria, therefore, is often intertwined with a search for lost wisdom and a desire to reconnect with our spiritual roots. It is a journey that continues to inspire and captivate those who seek a deeper understanding of our place in the world. The concept of Lemuria first emerged in the 19th century, proposed by scientists attempting to explain the presence of similar flora and fauna in continents now separated by vast oceans. These scientists were puzzled by the striking similarities in plant and animal species found in regions as far apart as India, Madagascar, and Africa. They sought a logical explanation for this phenomenon, leading to the hypothesis of a lost landmass that once bridged these distant lands. They theorized a land bridge, a lost continent, must have once connected these landmasses. This hypothetical continent was named Lemuria, after the lemurs found in both Madagascar and India, which were thought to have migrated across this ancient land bridge. This geological hypothesis, however, soon gave way to more esoteric interpretations. As the scientific community moved towards the theory of plate tectonics, which provided a more plausible explanation for the distribution of species, the idea of Lemuria began to fade from scientific discourse. Madame Blavatsky, a prominent figure in the theosophical movement, popularized the idea of Lemuria as a spiritual homeland for humanity. She was a mystic and a philosopher who believed in the existence of ancient, spiritually advanced civilizations that predated our own. She described Lemurians as an advanced race, spiritually evolved and possessing psychic abilities. According to Blavatsky, these beings were not only physically different from modern humans but also had a deep connection to the spiritual realms. Their civilization, she claimed, predated Atlantis and was far more spiritually advanced. The Lemurians were said to have lived in harmony with nature and possessed knowledge that has since been lost to time. Blavatsky's writings drew upon ancient Eastern texts and esoteric traditions, weaving together mythology, philosophy, and spiritualism to create a compelling narrative about Lemuria's past. She integrated elements from Hinduism, Buddhism, and other spiritual traditions to paint a picture of a utopian society that once existed. Theosophists believe that Lemuria's destruction was a result of its inhabitants' spiritual decline. As they became more materialistic and lost their spiritual focus, their society began to crumble. As they gradually lost their connection to the divine, they became more materialistic and prone to conflict. This internal strife and loss of spiritual direction led to their downfall. This spiritual decay ultimately led to the continent's physical demise. The once great land of Lemuria was said to have sunk beneath the waves, leaving behind only myths and legends. Despite its tragic end, Lemuria's legacy lived on, its wisdom passed down through the survivors who migrated to other parts of the world. These survivors are believed to have carried with them the spiritual teachings and knowledge of their lost homeland. While mainstream science largely dismisses the existence of Lemuria, its story continues to resonate within New Age and esoteric circles. For many, Lemuria represents an ideal of spiritual purity and enlightenment that humanity can aspire to. It represents a lost paradise, a reminder of humanity's potential for spiritual enlightenment and harmonious living. The idea of Lemuria serves as a symbol of what we could achieve if we reconnect with our spiritual roots. The search for Lemuria, then, is not merely a quest for a lost continent, but a journey of self-discovery, a yearning for a return to a more enlightened state of being. It invites us to look within and rediscover the spiritual wisdom that may have been lost but is never truly gone. Please like, share, and subscribe. Comment and stay tuned for part 2.